would like to state that no Brainees or insects were harmed in the making of this program, and that none of the training you're about to see be attempted unless under expert supervision.
8 Brainees, 1 challenge. To use complex mass of 100 billion cells we call brain for chance to win Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. This is Brain-Jitsu. Born in Lancashire, trained in Japan, with mind as sharp as samurai sword. He is Brain Master. He is the sensei.
Konnichiwa, and welcome to Brain-Jitsu. Mental training specially designed to boost brain power and focus. My trainees, or Brainees, have been following a basic programme of training in the comfort of their own home. A brain-boosting routine of exercise, sleep, and enough fruit and veg to stock a greengrocers.
I found the training really fun. It was really enjoyable. I did it like lots, but I'm quite nervous at the moment.
I did all the training and, well, it was really easy. I'm really confident that I'm going to do well today.
I really want that black belt and I will claim it at the end.
Now my Brainees must put their training into practice by testing a part of the brain we use every day.
Level 1. Yellow Vault!
Take a look at all these chocolates. Yummy. But how many white rabbits are there? If you got 6, then congratulations. You've just used your occipital lobes. This area, the seeing part of our brain, allows us to recognise and separate images from each other. The 7 Brainees who use their occipital lobes the best will be allowed to enter my Brain-Jitsu dojo, where their training will continue. The one who fails will be left outside. Oh, feel the burn.
Enter the dojo!
Our Brainees must answer 4 questions by studying the different shapes and numbers on the board in front of them. Get the questions right and they'll be left with a 4-digit code, which they must then use to unlock a piece of brain and secure their place in the dojo. But with only 7 pieces of brain and 8 Brainees, one of either Hannah, Tijarni, Ritika, Sean, Leone, Michael, Tamara or Jonathan will be left outside and eliminated. A bang of the gong reveals the 4 questions. How many green stars are there? How many black numbers are there? How many orange number 5s are there? How many shapes do not have numbers? The code our Brainees are looking for is 1865. First off his stool is Sean, with Hannah not far behind. Do they have the code, or have they gone too soon? Faster than you can say deep-fried dumplings, the rest of our Brainees join them. All except Tijarni, who's having to wait his turn. But Sean's not found that code and is having to return for another look. Tijarni gets his chance. And his lock springs open at the first attempt. Everyone else, meanwhile, has had to return for second helpings. A quick reminder that the code our Brainees are searching for is 1865, as there's 1 green star, 8 black numbers, 6 orange number 5s, and 5 shapes without numbers. Which means that Sean still hasn't found the right code. Hannah is next to unlock a piece of brain, with Jonathan hot on her heels. But the rest of our Brainees are still struggling. Come on, Brainees, work those occipital lobes. With 3 more Brainees safely through, it's now a straight fight between Leone and Sean for the last place in the dojo. Sean's up again. Has he found the code this time? Suffering sumos. He's still not got it. And this time Leone's lock pops open, which means she's in and Sean is out. While 7 have proven themselves worthy of entering the dojo and continuing their brain training, for Sean, it's the end of the road.
I think the problem was because I was trying to read really quickly and I just read something wrong and I got the wrong number. I just feel gutted.
So, with 6 levels to go, it's time for Tijarni, Hannah, Jonathan, Tamara, Ritika, Michael and Leone to receive their yellow brain belts.
The person I think is the one to beat is TJ because, well, he did it so fast and almost straight away he got it.
I think that I've got what it takes to get the black belt.
I may have come last, but this time I'll nail it and I'll get the black belt.
Brain-Jitsu.
In this next level of training, things are going to get really hard.
Level 2, orange belt.
We do things every day without even thinking about it, like throwing a ball. The next time you're with your mates, try throwing it with the arm you wouldn't normally use. Yeah, a lot more difficult, isn't it?
If you manage to do that, you're using part of your brain that deals with problem solving, the frontal lobes. And that's what level 2 is all about. Taking something you can only do without thinking and doing it differently. Work it! To prepare them for using their frontal lobes in the next challenge, my Brainees are gonna need some training.
Room of mental nourishment.
This is the room of mental nourishment, where our young hopefuls will train their brains between every task. The more seriously they take their training, the better prepared they'll be for the challenges that lie ahead. And in level 2, that challenge is all about getting their brains to think in a new way.
Brain training. Take it in turns to call out the action on your cards. Everyone has to do the opposite. Keep tongue in mouth.
Both arms down.
It looks like our Brainees' home training has paid off.
Touch nose with left hand.
Spin around clockwise.
Touch right here.
Hang on though, Michael's getting us mixed up as a bowl of noodles. Time for a tip.
Don't rush. Pause for 2 seconds to think before you react.
Top tip, Hannah. You see, spending a moment to think before rushing in really can improve your focus and help you to perform better.
Brighten me up.
Opposites, Michael.
I don't understand this game.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I got a few wrong about 2 because at the beginning when we started the game, I wasn't paying attention to the instructions.
Yeah, I'll definitely use the tip in the other round because it makes you think before you say or do anything.
So, can Michael become unmuddled in time for the next task? Will Hannah remember to stop and think when the heat is on? It's time to find out as our 7 Brainees now put their frontal lobe training to the test. Guardian of the dojo and task adjudicator the Shihan will now demonstrate the level 2 challenge.
Touchy-feely boxes.
Inside 7 boxes is hidden item, 5 of which match with item on shopping list. Brainees must take in turns to reach into each box and guess what inside. Not by looking, but by feeling. If they think that item matches with one on list, they must try to remember number of box it is in. Once Brainee have felt all 7 boxes, then have 15 seconds to identify which box they are in. Brainee with least number of correct answer will be eliminated from dojo.
My Brainee tip for this task is to focus on just the items on the list and mentally tick them off as they feel each box. Work those frontal lobes.
Our Brainees wait nervously for the gong. If you want to know what they don't, here's what's on their shopping list today. In blue box number 2, we have jelly. In yellow box number 6, an apple. Green box 3 hides crisps. Pickled onions are in red box 7. And in orange box number 5, a pair of socks. But there are also 2 distractions for our Brainees. In pink box number 1 are maggots, and in purple box 4, some bandages. And if all that wasn't enough to make our Brainees think differently, you'll have noticed we've also jumbled the box numbers. 3, 2, 1, it's go on the gong. Brainees have just 5 seconds to identify each item before moving on to the next box. Unable to see, the challenge is to use their training to think in a new way. Their hands must become their eyes as they focus solely on their sense of touch. Confident Jonathan dives into those maggots. He looks calm, but will he now remember to rule out box number 1? Tijarni's found the jelly, but can he remember that it's in box number 2? Tamara's not too sure about those pickled onions. Go on, Tamara, they won't bite you. Are Michael's frontal lobes helping him to identify what's in this box as crisps? Leone's also found those maggots, and unlike Jonathan, she don't look too happy. Will Hannah confuse the bandages in box 4 with the socks in number 5? And can Ritika remember the location of the apple? That's all 7 boxes. Our Brainees now have 15 seconds to work out their answers. Here's that list again. And here are the box numbers. So, who's remembered their training and got their brains to think in a new way? Tijarni matched 2 items with the correct box. Hannah matched all 5 items. As did confident Jonathan. And Tamara. Ritika matched 3 items. The same score as Michael. While Leone, like Tijarni, matched just the 2. Which means we've got ourselves a tie-break. Leone and Tijarni will get 1 chance to prove the power of their mind and save themselves. It all hangs on the...
Tie-break chopstick challenge!
It's tough but fair. Our Brainees must use their occipital lobes, the seeing part of the brain, and work out how many chopsticks they see. They have just 5 seconds to write down their answers. If they lose focus and panic, it'll be all over. Time to reveal our Brainees' answers.
51.
60.
Spooky kabuki. The actual number is 51. Which means Tijarni was exactly right. And although Leone went close, she must now leave the dojo.
Walk of eternal regret.
I think it went wrong for me because I was really scared and I was really nervous about what I'd be touching and what would be in there. Just really glad that I actually got through the first level.
So with 5 levels to go, it's Tijarni, Hannah, Jonathan, Tamara, Ritika and Michael who go on to get their orange brain belts.
I'm really shocked because I thought that she was going to get the right answer, but I got the right answer of 51.
When I put my hand in the maggots, it wasn't very nice and I thought it was straw. But then I realised it was maggots because it crawled up my arm.
I was really relieved when I got through because I really need to go to the loo.
Brain-Jitsu! Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever clogs and whose brain needs a lot more training? Mount Everest, what a beauty! Now these 2 geezers, Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, was the first to climb it. In the ultimate test of mind over matter, not only did they conquer a blooming great mountain, but they also had to battle against snow, ice and temperatures that would freeze your thermals off. Mount-tastic. Now these look like braving extreme conditions of another kind, the Sahara Marathon Runners. They think nothing of legging it 4,500 miles across the Sahara Desert in temperatures well over 100 degrees. Whew! And it takes these jokers 100 days just to reach the finish line. If they ever get there, I'm tired just thinking about it. Brainy, Hillary and Tenzing. Not so brainy, Sahara Runners.
Brain-Jitsu!
Competition in Brain-Jitsu Dojo hotting up. Only 6 Brainees now remain to battle it out under watchful eye of Shihan. Tijarni, first to secure place in Dojo. Tough Tamara. Hannah.
I'm really happy that I came first.
Ritika. Confident Jonathan.
I'm really confident that I'm going to do well today.
And Michael.
I was really relieved when I got through because I really need to go to the loo.
Challenge is about to get even tougher. Only 2 Brainees will make through to final test. Table of Supreme Focus. Where must move ball with power of mind for chance to win Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. Here's time for Level 3. Green Belt.
Now, we all like to chat, but did you know that using words to communicate is one of the main reasons why our brains have grown so incredibly powerful? And that having a conversation exercises both halves of the brain. Now, if all that's doing your head in, allow me to explain. Imagine you're on a movie set where each crew member is focusing on their own particular job, but the director, he has to be aware of what everyone's doing. It's the same with the brain. There's the left half, which deals with the details.
And there's the right half, which looks at the overall picture.
This next level of training strengthens my Brainees' focus by working one half of their brain under pressure. Hey, pump it up!
Room of mental nourishment.
It's our Brainees' second visit to the Room of Mental Nourishment, where once again they'll train in preparation for the next challenge, which remember is all about using the 2 halves of the brain to communicate.
Get into 2 groups. One group describes the picture in front of them, the other group draws it.
So, while the girls use the right side of their brain to explain how to draw their pig, the boys must use the left side of their brain to interpret the girls' instructions. Hannah gets the ball rolling.
Okay, go to the right line of 3 and go up to D and draw a small circle and mirror it on the underside too.
And before you know it, the boys' masterpiece is beginning to take shape.
Draw a small circle.
And it's not just Hannah's instructions the boys are finding helpful.
And then go to the centre of 4 to the centre of D and draw a small circle again.
But then, faster than you can say turkey teriyaki, the girls' communication skills desert them.
Bottom to the line underneath D, then draw an arch to the right hand of 3 to the bottom of F.
Pardon? Can you repeat that?
Time for a training tip.
Start with an overall shape, then add the details.
What kind of shape?
Top advice, but I'd say that's what our Brainees have been doing anyway. What this lot need to remember is to keep their instructions clear and precise.
The right side of 3. Yeah.
Time to add the finishing touches.
F, and then from there draw a swirl up to the halfway of F.
I think I know what it is.
What?
It looks like a pig.
Yeah, it's a pig.
Yeah, nice one.
Hey, well done, Brainees.
I think it's because of my good drawing.
I thought it was better that if, like, when we work as a team, because when they ask questions and we answer them, they kind of get more of a picture of what we're trying to say.
I think we did really good in this challenge because we worked as a team. Each person had a different job.
Yeah, we're like a well-functioning machine.
Can helpful Hannah take her helpful communication skills into the dojo? And will Tijarni function quite as well when the heat is on? It's time to find out as our 6 now put their communication training to the test.
Hands through number 2.
This is test of communication skill. So, 6 Brainees must first divide into teams of 2 by drawing chopsticks. Quickly as possible, teams must punch 6 buckets containing number that go to make sum. Pairs must decide who is guider, who is puncher. Puncher is blindfold and relying on guider to help find bucket. When all 6 bucket punched, Brainee stop clock by shouting Brain-Jitsu. Quicker they punch bucket, more time they have to pick up number and make sum. When Brainee happy with answer, hit gong. First 2 team to work out correct answer get green belt and advance to next level. 1 Brainee from losing team will be eliminated.
The key to success here is for the guider to use the right side of their brain to follow their teammates' progress and give them clear instructions. For their partner, it's vital they use the left side of their brain to focus on these instructions and nothing else.
First to put their communication training to the test are Ritika and Tijarni.
Step forward.
With Ritika calling the shots and Tijarni under the blindfold,
Punch.
the two get off to a decent start.
Step forward. Punch. Step right. Punch. Punch again.
But then quickly run into trouble as Ritika's radar goes haywire.
Punch. Step a tiny bit forward more. Punch. Go left. Punch. Brain-Jitsu.
That's 1 minute 37 seconds, not the quickest of times, and these two will have to wait to discover if it's bought them any extra time to find their numbers. Next up are confident Jonathan and helpful Hannah.
Forward 2. Right 2.
And Jonathan looks to have learnt from his training, using the right side of his brain to tell Hannah exactly how many steps she should take.
And punch. Okay, forward 1. Left 1. Punch. Punch. Brain-Jitsu.
The pair stop the clock in a knockout 1 minute 4 seconds.
Go forward.
Last up are tough Tamara and Michael.
Punch. Go forward.
As the taller of the two, it's Michael who's opted to do the punching.
Punch. Punch.
Even so, one or two of his jabs are landing wide of the mark.
Right a bit more. Punch. Go forward. Go right. Punch. Go left. Punch. Brain-Jitsu.
The two stop the clock in 1 minute 27. Pretty good, but not as good as Jonathan and Hannah, who set off first to find their numbers. Here's what our Brainees are looking for. See if you can work out the sum. Remember, the first two teams to work it out will go through to the next level. Swifter than samurais on skis, Jonathan and Hannah are first to bang their gong. But Ritika and Tijarni are taking forever to solve their sum. At last they finish, but do the numbers add up? "12 times 3 minus 30 equals 6. That looks good. But as the last to finish, Ritika and Tijarni will be hoping that one of the other teams have tripped up. No problems though for Jonathan and Hannah. But what's this? 30 minus 12 times 3 equals 6? I don't think so. Tamara and Michael haven't made their sum, which means it's they who'll be battling it out to avoid elimination in the
Stare off.
With just one green belt up for grabs, both Brainees must use all their powers of focus to fight the urge to blink. The first to falter will be eliminated. Oh, and it's Michael who's first to drop his guard, which means tough Tamara stays in and Michael goes out.
Walk of eternal regret.
I think we didn't work properly because we rushed it too much. I think I mixed around two numbers and I couldn't concentrate properly.
So with 4 levels to go, it's Tijarni, Hannah, Jonathan, Tamara and Ritika who get green belts.
When I found out I was in the stare-off, I was really upset. But now that I've won, I feel really good now.
And when I came first, I felt really confident, and I feel really good now, and I really want to win.
I think my biggest rival would have to be Hannah because she's doing just a little bit better than me.
Level 4. Blue belt!
This fourth level requires our Brainees to master a primitive part of the brain called the amygdala, the area that responds to threat. Remember the last time you felt afraid or panicky? Maybe that time you were about to take a really crucial penalty. Well, that feeling was triggered by the old amygdala. Now, stress can make you lose focus. Fact. Which is why my Brainees must train to keep their emotions under control.
Room of mental nourishment.
We're back in the room of mental nourishment, and it's time for our 5 remaining green belt holders to overcome fear and stay focused.
Form a circle. Pass the disgusting drink around the circle, only passing it on when you have said a different animal. After 1 minute, the Brainee holding the drink has to drink it.
What's the drink?
That, Hannah, is a glass of cod liver oil.
I'll start. It's B.
Aardvark. Dolphin.
Elephant.
Shark.
Round 1, and our Brainees are doing well.
Crab. Shark.
Until Ritika turns repeater.
Hang on, I said shark. So you can't repeat it.
What other animal is there? I'm not quite good. Okay, a fly.
Fish.
Lion.
There's the gong, and it's Tijarni who's been left holding the cup of yuck.
Drink. Come on, drink it. Come on. Yes, he is.
Time for a training tip.
Tip. Welcome the drink as your friend. It holds the answer.
It holds the answer to what? I think it means, like, don't say, oh, that's disgusting, I don't want to have that, and then panic. Kind of welcome it and think for a second or two, and then you'll get it.
Spot on, Jonathan. You see, imagining the drink as something nice like a fruit smoothie will help you to stay calm. Being afraid of it will only mess up your focus.
I'll go first. Zebra. Werewolf.
Horse. Cow.
Rat.
Armed with that tip, our Brainees are fairly rattling along, doing a great job of keeping their fear at bay. But hang on, confident Jonathan's had a complete mental block. Has he let his amygdala get the better of him? It's a costly mistake because he'll now have to down the drink a stink.
Oh, nasty. It tasted horrible. It tasted like, cod, but just horrible and raw, and as if it just had come out the sea.
Well, I think I paused a bit because I couldn't think of any other animal. I know at school I'll always fail at animalology.
So, will confident Jonathan be able to recover from his training setback? And will Tijarni ever get over the taste of that cod liver oil? It's time to find out, as our 5 are challenged to overcome their fears once again.
Creepy crawly word grab.
This level, real test of mind over matter for Brainees, and will push them to really overcome their fear. Underneath the creepy crawlies lie an assortment of letters worth different points. Brainees have just 1 minute to plunge hands into tank and pick out up to 7 letters each. They then have a further minute to make higher scoring word they can.
To do well, my Brainees must block out the signals coming from their amygdala and ignore the creepy crawlies. The quicker they combat their fear, the more time they'll have to pick out the high-scoring letters. Underneath this pile of crickets are an extra 5 golden letters. If our Brainees manage to use one in their word, they'll double their score. There's the gong. But while the others get stuck in, Ritika's definitely unhappy, flapping her arms about instead of searching for those letters. If she can't control her fear, she'll stand no chance. Meanwhile, Hannah looks as calm as a sumo in a pie-eating competition, totally ignoring the signals coming from her amygdala. And the minute's up. Our Brainees now have a further minute to make the highest scoring word they can from their letters. Tijarni looks like he's made a word already, but will he regret not using all the time available? Oh dear, poor old Hannah's board looks like a vowel-free zone. How on earth she'll make a score from that lot, I do not know. See if you can make a word from the anagram on the screen now. There's the second gong. How have our Brainees done?
Phone.
That's a terrific 10 points for Tijarni.
No word.
With only consonants to choose from, there's no score for helpful Hannah.
Tours.
6 points for confident Jonathan.
Hits.
With that golden T in her word, that's 10 for tough Tamara.
Meal.
And that's 6 points for Ritika. And so, with no points to her name, it's helpful Hannah who must leave the dojo.
Walk of eternal regret.
I found the brain training quite useful because at first I didn't think I was going to be able to do the task, but then I did complete the task even though I didn't complete the word. The thing that I've learned from coming on Brain-Jitsu is that I can overcome my fears, and I'm really pleased about that.
With 3 levels to go, those who use the craniums to conquer the crickets are duly rewarded with their blue belts.
It was really disgusting. I was just blowing like and trying to move them out of the way, trying to get the letters.
The tip really helped me, saying welcome them as your friend. So I just pretended to be one of the crickets myself and see how it feels for them.
Brain-Jitsu. Brainy, not so brainy.
Who's the clever cloaks and whose brain needs a lot more training? Queen Elizabeth I, what a lady. She ruled for a whopping 45 years, a glittering reign known as the Golden Age. Not only did the Queen use her tactical brain to send the Spanish Armada packing, but she also outwitted her rivals for the throne. High five, Lizzie. Now meet Ying Zheng, first Emperor of China, a man obsessed with living forever. He sent out explorers to find a magic potion that would help him live for hundreds of years. But after taking the potion, he soon became ill and died. Always read the label. Brainy Queen Elizabeth I, not so brainy Ying Zheng.
Brain-Jitsu.
Tension in Brain-Jitsu Dojo mounting. Now, just 4 young hopes remain to compete under watchful eye of Shihan. Ritika, solid throughout.
I just pretended to be one of the crickets myself and see how it feels for them.
Tough Tamara. Confident Jonathan. And Tijarni, winner of 2 levels so far.
I think that I've got what it takes to get the black belt.
Only 2 Brainy will make it to final showdown. Table of Supreme Focus, where must move ball with power of mind. Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt is within their grasp. Here's time for Level 5, Red Bolt!
Now, if you're learning how to ride a half-pipe on a BMX bike, then you might be interested to know that your new hobby is doing wonders for your old grey matter, exercising both the thinking part of the brain, the cerebrum, and the doing part, the cerebellum. You see, doing new things increases the flow of blood into your head, which keeps your brain cells topped up with the oxygen they need to perform at their best. So, in Level 5, my Brainees are going to be challenged to learn new skills. Now, you can speed up how quickly the brain takes in new stuff. And this is what our Brainees are going to train for now.
Room of mental nourishment.
It's our Brainees' 4th visit to the room of mental nourishment, where they'll be training their brains in how to learn new skills.
Flip the beanbag from the top of your head to the back of your neck.
What?
But I think it means like this.
Well, kind of, but hey, it's a start. And definitely an improvement on Ritika's effort.
Oh, that's not it.
Jonathan, too, is struggling to get the thinking and doing parts of his brain to work in harmony. Well done, son. But I think some of this lot could do with a training tip.
Yeah.
confidence, compliment each other.
That headband looks really nice.
You've been coming first in every task so far.
Thank you. Your hair is really nice as well.
Thanks.
It might seem weird being told you're wonderful, but confidence really can help the brain to master new skills.
Tijarni, I really think you've got a good chance of winning this because you're just really cool and you can do this.
You did well as well.
Can I say a tip?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
If you do it slow and take your time, then it usually it slowly crawls down your neck and into it.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Oh, she's right.
I'd stick to complimenting one another if I were you, Ritika.
I think the person with the best attitude would be Jonathan, because he always gets stuck into the task or any training we do.
I think that TJ's actually got the best attitude because he's always getting stuck in with tasks and he's always thinking of good tips and stuff like that.
So, can slow and steady Ritika move up a gear in time for the next task? And will Tijarni's talent for tossing beanbags help him grab the red belt? Only time will tell as our four now put their latest brain training to the test.
Quick, don't drip.
Brainee must use training to keep clear head and steady hand to carry water across obstacle course, spilling as little as possible. There is trampoline to glide over, seesaw to deal with, and stairs to climb. Although racing against clock, the more water Brainees manage to keep in bowls, the more seconds they'll have knocked off their overall time. Brainee with slowest time will be eliminated.
The tip for my Brainees in this next task is to remain calm and think positive thoughts. Giving in to frustration will only lessen their focus and slow them up. As the she-hand fills the bowls, so the dojo starts to fill with tension. Which of our four Brainees will best use their training to master this tricky new skill? Tijarni is first to go. Ooh, but that's a lot of water gone already. He might be fast, but he's none too steady. A little more water lost at the end there, and there's the gong. So, how's Tijarni done? Brainees get a point for every unit of water saved, and further bonus points for speed, from 3 points for the quickest to none for the slowest. With 16 units of water left, that's 16 points for Tijarni, but we'll have to wait to discover if he's picked up any bonus points for speed. Next up is confident Jonathan. With the thinking part and the doing part of his brain working in perfect harmony, Jonathan's literally racing round the course. Safely over the seesaw. And but for that lost water at the end there, that looks like a terrific round. That's 18 units of saved water, which means 18 points, plus a possible bonus for speed. It's now tough Tamara's turn. Nice and steady so far. Tamara appears to have remembered her training and she looks supremely confident. But again, with the end in sight, the steps strike. Even so, that's an impressive 20 points for tough Tamara and a good chance of a bonus. Last to go is Ritika. Will she remember her training and stay positive? Straight off though, that's a lot of water lost. What's more, Ritika doesn't look that fast. Chop chop, Ritika. Oh dear, some more water gone on the seesaw. But there's the finish line. With 17 points for those 17 units of water, Ritika will be hoping she's been fast enough to earn some bonus points. Let's find out. Finishing in just 38 seconds, Tijarni was our second fastest Brainee, bringing him 2 bonus points. Added to his 16 points for those 16 units of saved water, that's a final total of 18. Finishing in 37 seconds, Jonathan was the quickest Brainee, earning him the maximum 3 bonus points and a grand total of 21. Tough Tamara picked up 1 bonus point for her time, giving her a total of 21 points as well. While Ritika, as the slowest Brainee, picked up no bonus points and so stays on 17. All of which means that it's Ritika who's eliminated and must now leave the dojo.
Walk of eternal regret.
I was going by the saying of slow and steady wins the race, and that really let me down, so I don't think I'm going to listen to anyone ever again. I think that Jonathan's going to win because he has a lot of confidence, and I think that confidence is the strongest point you need.
With 2 levels to go, that leaves just Tijarni, Jonathan and Tamara to stand proud in red.
Yeah, I think me and Jonathan are going to go to the final, but I think that it's going to be really, really tough.
I think we're pretty even at the moment, but my main competition is going to be TJ because he's done really well so far.
Brain-Jitsu.
Level 6, prawn bolt!
It's this level which will decide which 2 of my remaining Brainees will go on to battle it out
For the black belt.
Now, imagine you're a gymnast. Not only do you have your routine to remember, but you've got to keep in time to the music. And you've got a load of people watching you. It's remembering stuff like this under pressure that level 6 is all about. It centres around 3 areas of the brain. The seeing part, the occipital lobes, the memory part, the temporal lobes, and the movement part, the cerebellum. To the max.
Room of mental nourishment.
Our 3 surviving Brainees are back in the room of mental nourishment, this time for a dose of memory training.
Brain training. Memorise the sequence of colours. Go. Red. No, you memorise that bit, I'll memorise this bit, you memorise that bit.
I think the idea, Jonathan, is to remember the whole sequence. Making life easier kind of defeats the object.
So, who's going to go first?
TJ, you going first. Come on.
Okay, grey, green, silver, red.
Green, yellow, purple, blue.
Purple, orange, red.
Oh, I've missed the green one. That's not fair. She's got 3 and I've got 5 and he's got 4.
Suffering sushi, I've seen more focus looking through a pair of milk bottles. Time for a training tip.
Hey, I've got a tip. Create a song linked to the colours together.
Let's do opera. Okay?
Opera?
Grey, green, silver, red.
So it might not be Mozart, but if it helps to remember those colours, who cares?
Green, yellow, purple, blue, green, purple.
Right, I got a green, I got a silver, I got a red.
Memory training like this isn't just great for the brain, it's also very useful. Next time you're out shopping, try turning your shopping list into a song and see if you can remember everything on it. Our 3 Brainees have another go.
Pull your band over your eyes. Okay. Ouch.
I got a grey, I got a green, I got a silver, I got a red, green, yellow, purple, blue, I got a green, purple, orange, red. And that's the way of the banana line.
That was wicked.
Thanks.
Well done, Brainees. Top banana.
I think Tamara's going to be pretty good actually because, well, you're really good at memory and you managed to get that song perfect first time. But I don't think I've got much of a chance of winning this now.
Thanks, but I think you're going to be the best. Or TJ. You both did really well.
Okay, boy final.
Will Tamara handle the pressure and grab her 3rd win in a row? Or will the chaps turn it into an all-boy final? Only time will tell, as our final 3 put their memory training to the test for one of 2 brown brain belts and a place on the table of supreme focus.
Super Memory Dizzy Dash.
A Brainee is a spin around on dizzy wheel, total of 10 times, while using all power of focus to memorize 5 images in front of them. Then must race against clock to cross balancing beam and collect exact opposite of those images from 10 hanging above them. If Brainee remember seeing sun, then must pick moon. When happy they have arranged images in correct order, must hit gong to make clock stop.
My tip for the Brainees is to keep focused on the main objective and use their training to link the 5 images together. So, as our final 3 brave the dizzy wheel, will their memory training help them to remember the images and ignore the effects of being spun round like clams on a carousel? Time to spin. Tijarni is first to brave the wheel, calling out the names of all the images to help him remember.
Keys.
Don't forget, our Brainees must fight their dizziness and pick out the opposite images of the ones they saw on the wheel. So, here are the pictures that Tijarni saw, and here are the opposites. For everyone they get wrong, our Brainees will pick up a 5-second penalty. Oh dear, after a confident start, Tijarni's had a complete mental block. Come on, Tijarni, focus. That peppermill looks to be in the wrong position. And with that balloon in his lineup, Tijarni earned himself a couple of penalties for sure. Next to head off is confident Jonathan, as he remembered his training and found a way to link those images together. But Jonathan has just realised that he's only got 4 images. Can he get those temporal lobes working? But in his rush to find that last image, Jonathan has made a crucial mistake. Will it cost him dear? Last to go is tough Tamara. Very impressive during training. Here are those images again. So far, so good. And that's 5. But can she get them in the right order? You bet. And you've got every right to look pleased. So, whose memory has come out on top? Tijarni finished in 1 minute 44 seconds, but picked up 2 penalties, giving him a total of 1 minute 54. Confident Jonathan picked up only 1 penalty to give him a time of 1 minute 21. While tough Tamara, with no penalties, banged her gong in a rapid 1 minute 12. And so it's Jonathan and Tamara who stay in, and Tijarni who goes out.
Walk of eternal regret.
I think I'll try to concentrate harder instead of getting distracted by the spinning. I'm feeling really bad because I thought that I might be able to get the brown belts.
So with just 1 level to go, that leaves confident Jonathan and tough Tamara to don their brown brain belts and prepare for the final showdown.
I feel really excellent that I've made it this far, but I'm really scared that I might go out in the final round.
I'm really confident about this round, and I'm doing it for the girls.
I'm going to easily beat Tamara.
Brain-Jitsu.
8 young hopeful arrived at Brain Training Dojo to fight for Brain-Jitsu Black Brain Belt. As training got tougher, so Brainees fell by wayside. Some lacked concentration. Others let pressure get to them. One by one, all have been eliminated. Now just 2 remain. Tough Tamara, winner of last 3 level and on a roll.
I'm really confident about this round, and I'm doing it for the girls.
And confident Jonathan, never out of top 3.
Yeah, I did all the training and, well, it was really easy.
But who will use brain training to max to win this last challenge? Level 7. Black belt!
So, this is it. Between my two remaining Brainees and the black belt stands Brain-Jitsu's ultimate challenge. A mental duel that is head-to-head in every sense. The battlefield? A table. But not just any table. For this, my friends, is the table of supreme focus, where our two Brainees will attempt to move a ball across the table using only the power of their mind. By getting this far, they've already demonstrated mental control under many different types of pressure. But now, they must learn to focus their minds by entering a state of total calm. To prepare them, my two finalists will need to get into the zone.
Room of mental nourishment.
In this, their final visit to the room of mental nourishment, our last two Brainees are about to train in how to stay focused no matter what's happening around them.
Brain training. Mentally prepare yourself for the final task. Don't let the sound put you off.
So, our two finalists must block out the noises and concentrate only on finding their focus. Confident Jonathan starts off nice and calm, but then comes down with a fit of giggles. What's so funny? Well, that's one way of blocking out the sound. Perhaps a training tip will help.
Visualise and focus on somewhere you feel happy and calm.
Take two, and once again, Tough Tamara's resorted to radical measures. But confident Jonathan looks to have taken that tip on board to finally discover his focus.
I really want that black belt because everyone will know I'm the best and I did the best out of the whole of my school.
Well, tough, because I'm going to win it for the girls and for my school. Can't stand the heat? What heat?
Can confident Jonathan keep his focus for the next and final task? Or will it be Tough Tamara who grabs her chance of glory? Let's find out.
Table of supreme focus.
Rules are simple. Each Brainee must push ball to the opponent's end of table using only power of mind. Sensors in Brainees' headbands measure brainwaves. This is converted into electrical signal, which moves ball. More focused mind, stronger signal, and faster ball will travel. See how Brainees are doing on this readout. 2 lines represent each player's brainwaves. Lower the line, more concentrated their mind.
To make sure this is the test of all tests, our Brainees must win the best of 3 rounds. So, this is the big one. Our 2 finalists must use all their brain training to enter their zone of absolute focus. This is the reason they came to the dojo. This is the moment they've been training for. It's Tamara who's first to get the ball moving. Her lower black line is almost touching the bottom of the screen. Unable to match her concentration levels, a shocked-looking Jonathan is powerless to stop the ball from reaching his end. 1-0 to Tamara, and Jonathan will have to call on all his training if he's to turn this around. Round 2. This time it's Jonathan who's off to the better start. His green line now the lower of the 2. And even though Tamara's doing her best to resist, confident Jonathan keeps the pressure on. That's 1-1. It's all down to this, the final round. Who will cope best with the brain strain? We're off, and again it's Jonathan who's got the edge. Little by little he piles on the pressure.
until finally that ball reaches his opponent's end. It's all over. After an epic head-to-head battle, it's confident Jonathan whose training has paid off. Digging deep to find new depths of focus, he truly has proved himself to be the master of the mind and worthy winner of the Brain-Jitsu black belt.
It makes me feel really privileged that I've got all the way through and won the black belt and beaten 7 people to the final and won it, which is really amazing because I didn't think I'd get this far.
But glory for one brings disappointment for another, and although she fought bravely, tough Tamara must now leave the dojo.
Walk of eternal regret.
I feel a little bit upset because I was going to do it for my school and the girls, and it's a little bit upset because I've gone this far now.
What a brilliant display of mental focus from confident Jonathan. 1-0 down on the table of supreme focus, this gritty young Brainee simply refused to give up. Drawing on all his training, he held his nerve to snatch that black brain belt from Tamara's grasp.
Because I lost the first one, after the first one I just felt terrible because I thought, oh, I'm going to lose this now. So I won the next 2 just with ease. Brain-Jitsu has showed me that I have more mental ability than I thought I did.
Our journey has come to an end. Another Brainee has proven themselves worthy to wear the Brain-Jitsu black belt. But while Brain-Jitsu might represent the most extreme form of brain training, its philosophy can be shared by all. Each and every one of you has it in your power to grow your mind. All it takes is dedication and practice. This has been